I'd like to share a little bit about my art. I make a lot of different types of art and use a lot of different tools. For example, I use Procreate to make digital art. Procreate has really made a big change in the art world because many people now are creating digital art because it is much easier to. It allows people to make amazing artwork just like they are working on paper. No longer have to use a computer and a mouse to create digital artwork. It's become a lot more fun. A lot of my artwork starts with drawing in my sketchbook with a pencil. That forms a basis for much of what I do. Whether I turn it into a painting or an illustration, I just like to come up with ideas drawing on paper. Procreate has allowed me to work more like an illustrator and do projects for people for money, like this t-shirt that I did for a restaurant and bar called the Yeti Pub. I also use a lot of traditional art making tools, like painting with watercolor or painting with acrylics. Sometimes I like to mix the two. I enjoy the process of painting by hand. I have something I call my black morning paintings, and it's something I do to stay loose and have fun and not be too serious about art. I will use a big piece of paper and I will start just painting almost like I'm drawing with black paint and try to come up with something interesting. I really will have no idea what I'm going to paint or draw, but usually something interesting comes out. If it doesn't and it turns out terrible, I just throw it away. And with that idea that I'll just maybe throw it away and I don't care, it makes me able to not care if it's too special and allows me to work more freely and loose. After I make a few marks, I'll see something to continue making and the idea will just kind of grow into something. It's a very fun process. In the past, I've enjoyed making art inspired by the Day of the Dead in Mexico and also Halloween in America. I like messing around with the spooky theme, but I still like to keep it kind of fun. I'm also inspired by all different cultures, including Mexico, Japan, China, and their traditional arts. I like experimenting with art, and a lot of my art is just trying to see what new tools I can use to create an interesting image. I like to paint murals when I get a chance. Murals are paintings put directly on a big wall. I did this one in Puerto Vallarta, and it's done in a style known as trompe-l'oeil, which is a French word meaning making something look real that is not. In this case, I made a window where there was not a window, and it looks like you're looking out a window to the distant mountains. A cool thing with the Procreate app is that I can take a picture on my iPad, bring that into Procreate, and then draw directly on the picture so I can help create the mural before I ever paint it on the wall. That way I can see how it's gonna look when I paint it on the wall, and I can show a client or the person buying the mural what they can expect to see when I'm finished with the art. The art world has changed a lot, and I think in some ways for the better. It used to be that you needed to get into a gallery to show your artwork in a gallery for it to be sold. But now a lot of artists are displaying their work online on social media sites like Instagram in the United States, where I follow a big community of artists. And then they sell their artworks online by themselves, so they make all the money and not in galleries. Sometimes artists also do art fairs in America, like this one that I used to do in Kansas City, which was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed my art. Thank you for watching. Bye bye till next time.